Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to close your eyes for a moment. Feel the beating of your heart, the rhythm of your breath, and know that within you lies the infinite power of creation. For you're not merely a being in this world, but you are the very essence of creation itself, made manifest in human form. Now let us delve into the depths of this profound truth. Never give up. These words may seem simple, yet they carry the weight of universes. For in the act of persistence, in the unwavering faith in your desires, you are tapping into the very source of all creation. You see, my dear friends, the world you perceive around you is nothing but a reflection of your inner state. It is a mirror faithfully showing you the contents of your consciousness. When you choose to never give up, you are making a declaration to the universe. You are stating with unwavering conviction that your desire is not merely a fleeting fancy, but a reality that must and will come to pass. This declaration, this assumption of the wish fulfilled, is the very essence of creation. But let us pause for a moment and consider the second part of our discussion. Great things take time. Oh, how often we forget this fundamental truth. In our world of instant gratification, we have become accustomed to immediate results, but the greatest manifestations, the most profound transformations, often require a gestation period. Consider the mighty oak tree. Does it spring forth from the acorn overnight? No, it takes years, decades even, to reach its full majesty. Yet within that tiny acorn lies the complete blueprint of the oak tree. It contains within it the pattern of perfection, waiting to unfold in divine timing. You, my dear listeners, are like that acorn. Within you lies the pattern of perfection for all that you desire. Your dreams, your aspirations, your deepest longings, they're not external to you. They are you in a state of potential waiting to be realized. When you plant a seed in the ground, you dig it up every day to check its progress. Of course not. You trust in the unseen processes of nature. You have faith that, given the right conditions, that seed will germinate, push through the soil, and eventually blossom into its full potential. Similarly, when you plant the seed of your desire in the fertile soil of your imagination, you must have faith in the unseen processes of creation. You must trust that your assumption, your unwavering belief in the reality of your desire, is causing unseen forces to move on your behalf. This is where many falter. They give up too soon. Not realizing that their desire is in the process of manifestation, they lose faith because they cannot see immediate results in their external world. I tell you, this external world is the last place where your manifestation will appear. It first takes form in the realm of imagination, in the world of consciousness. Let me share with you a profound truth. There is no such thing as unanswered prayer. Every seed you plant in your imagination must bear fruit. It is the law. But the fruition may not always come in the way of the time you expect. This is where patience and persistence come into play. Imagine for a moment that you are standing before a locked door. This door represents your desire, your goal, your dream. Now you have been given a ring of keys, and you know with certainty that one of these keys will unlock the door. What do? You try one key, and if it doesn't work immediately, throw away the entire ring in frustration. Of course not. You persist. You try each key one by one with the unwavering faith that the right key exists. This, my friends, is the essence of never giving up. It is the knowledge that your desire must manifest, coupled with the patience to allow it to unfold in divine timing. But let us delve deeper into this concept of time. In the world of Caesar, in the realm of manifestation, time appears linear. We perceive events as occurring in a sequence, one after the other. But in the realm of imagination, in the world of consciousness, time is fluid. Past, present, and future exist simultaneously. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, when you live from the end, as if your desire has already manifested, you are transcending time. You are bringing the future into the present moment. This is the secret of manifestation that few truly understand. You see, your external world is always catching up to your internal assumptions. It is always conforming to the contents of your consciousness. When you persistently assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are creating a new pattern in consciousness. And the external world, bound by law, must reconstruct itself to match this new pattern. This reconstruction takes time in the world of Caesar. But in the world of imagination, it is instantaneous. The moment you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, it is done. Your task then becomes to persist in this assumption, to never give up on the reality of your desire, even when your senses may tell you otherwise. Consider the story of the prophet Elijah. He prayed for rain during a severe drought. After praying, he sent his servant to look for signs of rain. The servant returned reporting no sign. But Elijah persisted. He sent the servant 7 times before a small cloud appeared on the horizon. From this tiny seed of manifestation, a mighty rainstorm was born. This story beautifully illustrates our theme. Elijah never gave up. He persisted in his assumption that rain would come, even when there was no external evidence to support his belief. And great things, in this case, the end of a drought. You, my dear friends, are all prophets. You're all creators. Your every assumption is a prophecy that must be fulfilled. Your every imaginal act is a seed that must bear fruit. The question is not whether your desires will manifest, but whether you will persist in your assumption long enough to see them through to fruition. Now let us address a common misconception. Many believe that to never give up means to struggle, to fight against adversity. But I tell you this, true persistence is not a battle against external circumstances. It is a steadfast adherence to your internal assumption. When you truly understand that your external world is nothing but a shadow, a reflection of your inner state, you realize that there is nothing to fight against. Your task is not to change the external world through force of will, but to change your inner world through the power of imagination. This is why great things take time. It takes time for your new assumption to become your dominant state. It takes time for your old beliefs, your old patterns of thinking to fall away. It takes time for your external world to reconstruct itself to match your new internal reality. But make no mistake, this reconstruction is inevitable. It is law. Just as the acorn must become an oak tree, your assumption must become your reality. The only variable is time, and even that is under your control. You see, time is a constructive consciousness. When you are fully immersed in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, when you are living from the end, time ceases to exist. In that state of pure assumption, your desire is not something to be achieved in the future. It is a present fact. This is the state from which miracles are born. This is the state of consciousness that can compress time, that can bring about manifestations with a speed that defies logic. But to reach this state, to maintain this state, requires persistence. It requires that you never give up on the reality of your assumption, no matter what your senses may tell you. Let me share with you a powerful technique to aid you in this persistence. It is the technique of revision. At the end of each day, replay the events of your day in your imagination, but do not replay them as they occurred. Revise them. See them unfolding in a way that aligns with your desire, with your assumption of the wish fulfilled. If you encountered obstacles, imagine them dissolving effortlessly. If you experienced setbacks, imagine them transformed into stepping stones. This practice of revision is not mere fantasy or wishful thinking. It is a powerful act of creation. For remember, your imagination is not bound by time. When you revise the events of your day, you are literally rewriting your past, and in doing so, altering the trajectory of your future. This practice of revision also serves another crucial purpose. It reinforces your persistence. It strengthens your ability to never give up. For in the act of revision, you are declaring to your subconscious mind that you refuse to accept any reality that does not align with your desire. You are training your mind to automatically reject and revise any experience that contradicts your assumption of the wish fulfilled. Let us assess another aspect of our theme, the concept of great things. What constitutes a great thing? Is it merely material success? Is it fame or recognition? I tell you this. True greatness lies not in external achievements, but in the realization of your divine nature. The greatest thing you can achieve is the full realization that you are God, made manifest, that the power of creation lies within you, that your imagination is not merely a faculty for daydreaming, but the very workshop in which you forge your reality. This realization, this awakening to your true nature, is the greatest of all manifestations. And yes, it takes time, it takes persistence. It requires that you never give up on the truth of your divine nature, even when the world may tell you otherwise. But as you persist in this assumption, as you live from the state of your divine self, you will find that all other desires, all other manifestations flow effortlessly from this state. For when you know yourself as the source of all creation, what is there that you cannot achieve? This, my dear friends, is the true meaning of never giving up. It is not about gritting your teeth and pushing through adversity. It is about maintaining an unwavering faith in your divine nature, in the power of your imagination to create reality. And yes, great things take time. The full realization of your divine nature, the complete alignment of your external world, with your internal assumptions. These are not overnight achievements. They are lifelong journeys of exploration and discovery. But here's the beautiful paradox. While great things take time in the world of Caesar, in the world of imagination, they are instantaneous. The moment you fully assume your divine nature, the moment you completely embody the feeling of your wish fulfilled, it is done. The seed is planted and its fruition is assured. Your task then becomes to tend to this seed, to water it with your attention, to nourish it with your unwavering faith. And as you do so, you will find that time itself begins to bend to your will. What once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. What once appeared distant draws near. Let me share with you a powerful practice to aid you in this journey. It is the practice of sats, state akin to sleep. As you lie in bed each night, allowing your body to relax and your mind to quiet, enter into a scene that implies the fulfillment of your desire. Make this scene as vivid and as real as possible. Engage all your senses. Feel the emotions you would feel if your desire were already realized. Here's the crucial part. Loop this scene over and over in your imagination until it takes on the tones of reality, until it feels more real than your physical surroundings. As you fall asleep in this state, you are imprinting this reality on your subconscious mind. You are planting the seed of your desire in the fertile soil of your imagination. This practice, performed nightly with unwavering persistence, is one of the most powerful tools in the art of manifestation. We're in that state between waking and sleeping. The barrier between your conscious and subconscious mind is at its thinnest. Your assumptions, your imaginal acts, sink deeply into the subconscious where they can take root and grow. But remember, this practice is not about forcing or straining. It is about allowing. It is about surrendering to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It is about becoming so immersed in the reality of your desire that any other reality becomes unthinkable. As you persist in this practice, you will find that your days begin to conform to your nightly imaginal acts. Opportunities will appear as if by magic. Circumstances will align in ways you could never have planned. For you're not merely imagining a new future. You're creating it night by night in the workshop of your imagination. Now let's address a question that may have arisen in your minds. If great things take time, how do we reconcile this with the teaching that our desires can manifest instantly in imagination? The answer lies in understanding the dual nature of creation. In the world of imagination, in the realm of consciousness, your creation is indeed instantaneous. The moment you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, it is done. But the externalization of this assumption, its manifestation in the world of Caesar, often requires a bridge of incidence. This bridge of incidence is the series of events that must occur to bring your desire into physical reality. It is the acorn growing into the oak tree. It is the seed germinating beneath the soil before it breaks through to the soil. Your task is not to construct this bridge of incidence through your own effort or planning. Your task is simply to maintain your assumption to live from the end and to allow the infinite intelligence of your subconscious mind to construct this bridge for you. This is where many falter. They become anxious about the how of their manifestation. They try to force events to make things happen through their own effort. But I tell you this, the how is not your concern. Your only concern is to persist in the assumption of the wish fulfilled. As you maintain this assumption, as you never give up on the reality of your desire, you will find that the bridge of incidence constructs itself. Events will unfold in ways you could never have anticipated. People will enter your life at precisely the right moment. Opportunities will present themselves as if by divine orchestration. And indeed, it is divine orchestration. For remember, you are God made manifest when you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You are aligning yourself with the creative power of the universe. You are tapping into the same power that spins galaxies and orchestrates the dance of atoms. This is why patience is so crucial in the art of manifestation. Patience is not passive waiting. It is active faith. It is the calm assurance that your desire must manifest, coupled with the wisdom to allow it to unfold in divine timing. When you truly understand this, when you fully embody this truth, you will find that the concept of giving up becomes meaningless. For how can you give up on something that you know with absolute certainty is already yours? How can you abandon a desire that you have already realized in your imagination? This, my dear friends, is the state of mind from which miracles are born. It is the state of unwavering faith, of absolute knowing. It is the state where time loses its linear nature, where past, present, and future merge into an eternal now. In this state, great things do not take time. They are timeless. They exist simultaneously as seed and fruit, as potential and realization. Your task is simply to align yourself with this timeless reality. As you do this, as you persist in this divine assumption, you will find that your external world has no choice but to conform, for it is law. Your inner assumption must be made manifest. Your imaginal acts must be realized in flesh. But remember, this manifestation often unfolds in ways that your rational mind could never have conceived. This is why it's crucial to release all attachment to the how of your manifestation. Your only task is to persist in the assumption of the wish fulfilled. The how will take care of itself. This release of the power is not a passive surrender. It is an active trust in the wisdom of your subconscious mind, in the infinite intelligence of the universe. It is the recognition that your conscious mind, with its limited perspective, cannot possibly orchestrate the infinite complexities required to bring your desire into manifestation. Instead, when you persist in your assumption, when you never give up on the reality of your desire, you are engaging the infinite power of your subconscious mind. You are setting in motion forces beyond your conscious comprehension. You are aligning yourself with the very power that creates worlds. This alignment, this persistence in assumption, is the true meaning of faith. It is not blind belief in an external power. It is absolute knowing of your own divine nature. It is the unwavering conviction that what you have imagined must and will be made manifest. As you cultivate this faith, as you persist in your divine assumption, you will find that time itself begins to bend to your will. What once seemed like an insurmountable obstacle becomes a stepping stone. What appeared to be a devastating setback reveals itself as a crucial turning point. You see, from the perspective of your divine self, there are no obstacles. There are no setbacks. There are only opportunities for growth, only stepping stones on the path to the realization of your desire. This shift in perspective is crucial. It is the difference between giving up in the face of adversity and persisting in your assumption, regardless of external circumstances. It is the difference between being a victim of circumstance and being the conscious creator of your reality. As you embrace this perspective, as you view all events through the lens of your divine assumption, you will find that your external world begins to mirror your internal state with increasing fidelity. The gap between your imaginal acts and their physical manifestation will narrow. The bridge of incidence will construct itself with increasing speed and efficiency. But remember, even as you witness this acceleration, even as you marvel at the synchronicities and coincidences that begin to fill your life, never lose sight of the fundamental truth. In imagination, in the realm of consciousness, your desire is already fulfilled, is already a present fact. Your persistence, your refusal to give up, is not about making something happen in the future. It is about aligning yourself with a present reality that already exists in the realm of potential. It is about bringing that potential into manifestation through the power of your assumption. This is why great things take time, yet also timeless. In the world of Caesar, in the realm of physical manifestation, there is often a gap between the planting of the seed and the harvesting of the fruit. But in the world of imagination, in the realm of consciousness, the seed and the fruit exist simultaneously. Your task is to bridge these two worlds, to live so fully in the assumption of the wish fulfilled that the world of Caesar has no choice, but to reconstruct itself to match your internal reality. This, my dear friends, is the art and science of manifestation. It is the alchemical process by which thought is transformed into thing, by which imagination becomes reality. And the key to this process, the catalyst that drives this transformation, is your persistence. Your refusal to give up on the reality of your assumption. No matter what your senses may tell you, as you persist in this assumption, as you never give up on the reality of your desire, you will find that the very fabric of your reality begins to shift. People will respond to you differently. Opportunities will present themselves as if by magic. The universe itself will seem to conspire to bring your desire into manifestation. But remember, this is not magic in the sense of something supernatural or external to you. It is the natural, inevitable result of aligning yourself with the creative power of the universe. It is the outward expression of your inner assumption. This is why it's crucial to guard your mental diet, to be vigilant about the thoughts you entertain, the assumptions you hold. For every thought, every assumption is a seed planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. And every seed must bear fruit. When you truly understand this, when you fully embody this truth, you will find that the concept of giving up becomes not just unthinkable, but impossible. For how can you give up on something that you know with absolute certainty is already yours? How can you abandon the desire that you have already realized in your imagination? This is the state of mind from which miracles are born. It is the state of unwavering faith, of absolute knowing. It is the state where time loses in your nature, where past, present, and future merge into an eternal now. In this state, great things do not take time. They are timeless. They exist simultaneously as seed and fruit, as potential and realization. Your task is simply to align yourself with this timeless reality, to live from the end. As you do this, as you persist in this divine assumption, you will find that your external world has no choice but to conform. For it is law. Your inner assumption must be made manifest. Your imaginal acts must be realized in flesh. But remember, this manifestation often unfolds in ways that your rational mind could never have conceived. This is why it's crucial to release all attachment to the how of your manifestation. Your only task is to persist in the assumption of the wish fulfilled. The how will take care of itself. This release of the how is not a passive surrender. It is an active trust in the wisdom of your subconscious mind, in the infinite intelligence of the universe. It is the recognition that your conscious mind, with its limited perspective, cannot possibly orchestrate the infinite complexities required to bring your desire into manifestation. Instead, when you persist in your assumption, when you never give up on the reality of your desire, you are engaging the infinite power of your subconscious mind. You are setting in motion forces beyond your conscious comprehension. You are aligning yourself with the very power that creates worlds. This alignment, this persistence in assumption is the true meaning of faith. It is not blind belief in an external power. It is absolute knowing of your own divine nature. It is the unwavering conviction that what you have imagined must and will be made manifest. As you cultivate this faith, as you persist in your divine assumption, you will find that time itself begins to bend to your will. What once seemed like an insurmountable obstacle becomes a stepping stone. What appeared to be a devastating setback reveals itself as a crucial turning point. You see, from the perspective of your divine self, there are no obstacles. There are no setbacks. There are only opportunities for growth, only stepping stones on the path to the realization of your desire. This shift in perspective is crucial. It is the difference between giving up in the face of adversity and persisting in your assumption, regardless of external circumstances. It is the difference between being a victim of circumstance and being the conscious creator of your reality. As you embrace this perspective, as you view all events through the lens of your divine assumption, you will find that your external world begins to mirror your internal state with increasing fidelity. The gap between your imaginal acts and their physical manifestation will narrow. The bridge of incidence will construct itself with increasing speed and efficiency. But remember, even as you witness this acceleration, even as you marvel at the synchronicities and coincidences that begin to fill your life, never lose sight of the fundamental truth. In imagination, in the realm of consciousness, your desire is already fulfilled. It's already a present fact. Your persistence, your refusal to give up, is not about making something happen in the future. It is about aligning yourself with a present reality that already exists in the realm of potential. It is about bringing that potential into manifestation through the power of your assumption. This is why great things take time, yet are also timeless. In the world of Caesar, in the realm of physical manifestation, there's often a gap between the planting of the seed and the harvesting of the fruit. But in the world of imagination, in the realm of consciousness, the seed and the fruit exist. Your task is to bridge these two worlds, to live so fully in the assumption of the wish fulfilled that the world of Caesar has no choice but to reconstruct itself to match your internal reality. This, my dear friends, is the art and science of manifestation. It is the alchemical process by which thought is transformed into thing, by which imagination becomes reality. And the key to this process, the catalyst that drives this transformation, is your persistence, your refusal to give up on the reality of your assumption, no matter what your senses may tell you. As you persist in this assumption, as you never give up on the reality of your desire, you will find that the very fabric of your reality begins to shift. People will respond to you differently. Opportunities will present themselves as if by magic. The universe itself will seem to conspire to bring your desire into manifestation. But remember, this is not magic in the sense of something supernatural or external to you. It is the natural, inevitable result of aligning yourself with the creative power of the universe. It is the outward expression of your inner assumption. This is why it's crucial to guard your mental diet, to be vigilant about the thoughts you entertain, the assumptions you hold. For every thought, every assumption is a seed planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. And every seed must bear fruit. When you truly understand this, when you fully embody this truth, you will find that the concept of giving up becomes not just unthinkable, but impossible. For how can you give up on something that you know with absolute certainty is already yours? How can you abandon a desire that you've already realized in your imagination? The state of absolute conviction, of unwavering faith in the reality of your desire, is the key to manifestation. It is the state from which all creation springs. It is the state of mind that moves mountains. That part seas, that turns water into wine. But remember, this state is not something you achieve once and then forget about. It is a state that you must cultivate daily, hourly, moment by moment. It is a practice, a discipline, a way of life. This is why the injunction to never give up is so crucial. It is not about gritting your teeth and pushing through adversity. It is about maintaining your assumption, about living from the end, about embodying the feeling of the wish fulfilled, no matter what your external circumstances may suggest. As you persist in this practice, as you refuse to be swayed by appearances, you will find that your faith grows stronger with each passing day. What once required effort becomes effortless. What once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. This is the true meaning of faith. It is not blank belief, but knowing. It is not hope for a future event, but absolute conviction in a present reality. It is the state of mind that collapses time, that brings the future into the present, and that makes the invisible visible. And yes, my dear friends, great things take time. But this time is not a waiting period. It is not a gap to be endured. It is a gestation period, a time of growth and unfoldment. It is the time during which your assumption takes root, grows, and bears fruit. During this time, your task is simple yet profound: to persist in your assumption, to live each day as if your desire were already fulfilled, to embody the state of the wish fulfilled in every thought, every word, every action. As you do this, you will find that time itself begins to lose its hold on you. The future you have imagined will begin to bleed into your presence. The person you assumed yourself to be will become the person you are. This is the miracle of assumption. This is the power of persistence. This is the magic that unfolds when you refuse to give up on your dream, when you hold fast to your vision, even in the face of seeming impossibility. Remember, the world you see around you is nothing but a shadow, a reflection of your inner state. As you change your inner state, as you persist in your new assumption, the outer world has no choice. It is law. It is the way of creation. So never give up, my dear friends. Never abandon your vision. Never let go of your dream. For in your persistence, in your refusal to be swayed by appearances, lies the key to all creation. In your unwavering faith, in the reality of your desire, lies the power to move mountains, to part seas, to turn water into wine. Great things do indeed take time, but in the realm of imagination, in the world of consciousness, they're already accomplished. Your task is simply to align yourself with this accomplished fact, to live from this state of fulfillment, to embody the reality of your desire. As you do this, as you persist in this divine assumption, you will find that the world around you begins to shift. What once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. What appeared to be obstacles reveal themselves as stepping stones. The very fabric of reality begins to reshape itself to accommodate your new assumption. This, my dear friends, is the true nature of creation. This is the power that lies within each and every one of you. It is the power to shape worlds, to forge realities, to manifest dreams. So go forth with knowledge. Live from the state of your wish fulfilled. Persist in your divine assumption. Never give up on the reality of your desire, for in your persistence lies the key to all creation. In your unwavering faith lies the power to move mountains. Remember, you are not merely a being in this world. You are the very source of creation itself, made manifest in human form. Your imagination is not a faculty for daydreaming, but the very workshop in which you forge your reality. Use this power wisely. Use it with love. Use it to create a world that reflects the highest and best within you. For as you do so, you are not merely shaping your own reality. You are participating in the ongoing creation of the universe itself. Never give up, my dear friends. Great things indeed take time. But in your persistence, in your unwavering faith, In your refusal to be swayed by appearances lies the power to collapse time, to bring the future into the present. This is your birthright. This is your divine inheritance. This is the power that lies within you, waiting to be claimed, waiting to be expressed. So claim it now. Express it fully, live from the state of your wish fulfilled. Persist in your divine assumption, and watch as the world reshapes itself to match your inner vision. For this is the true art of living. This is the science of deliberate creation. This is the magic that unfolds when you fully embrace your divine nature and refuse to give up on your dreams. Go forth, create, persist, and never, ever give up. For in your persistence lies the key to all creation. In your unwavering faith lies the power to move mountains. In your refusal to be swayed by appearances lies the magic that turns dreams into reality. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your stage upon which to enact the grandest version of your highest vision. Never give up on this vision. Great things indeed take time, but in the realm of imagination, in the world of consciousness, they are already accomplished. Live from this accomplishment. Embody this reality. Persist in this assumption. And watch as the world conforms to your vision, as your dreams take shape in the world of form, as the invisible becomes visible. This is the promise of your divine nature. This is the power of your imagination. This is the magic that unfolds when you never give up, when you understand that great things take time, and when you persist in the assumption of the wish fulfilled. Go forth and create, my dear friends. The world is waiting for your vision. The universe is conspiring for your success. All of creation is holding its breath, waiting for you to step into your divine power and manifest your deepest desires. Never give up. Persist in your assumption, live from the end. For in doing so, you are not merely creating your own reality, you are participating in the ongoing creation of the universe itself. This is your destiny. This is your birthright. This is the power that lies within you, waiting to be expressed. Express it fully, live it completely, and watch as miracles unfold in your life. For you are the miracle, you are the magic, you are the power that moves mountains and far seas. Never forget this truth. Never give up on this reality, for in your persistence lies the key to all creation. In your unwavering faith lies the power to reshape reality itself. Go forth and create, my dear friends. The world is waiting for your vision. The universe is conspiring for your success. All of creation is holding its breath, waiting for you to step into your divine power and manifest your deepest desires. Never give up. Persist in your assumption, live from the end. For in doing so, you are not merely creating your own reality, you are participating in the ongoing creation of the universe itself. This is your destiny. This is your birthright. This is the power that lies within you, waiting to be expressed. Express it fully, live it completely, and watch as miracles unfold in your life. For you are the miracle, you are the magic, you are the power that moves mountains and far seas. Never forget this truth. Never give up on this reality, for in your persistence lies the key to all creation. In your unwavering faith lies the power to reshape reality itself. Consider for a moment the very act of seeing these words, of being present in this moment. You may think it a mere coincidence, a random occurrence, but I say unto you, your presence here, your awareness of this message, is a testament to the wealth that is already yours in consciousness. Put in the realm of infinite possibility, where all realities exist simultaneously, you have chosen to align yourself with this particular moment, this specific message of imminent wealth. But what does it truly mean to say that you are going to be rich simply because you are seeing this? It is not a matter of external circumstances or future events aligning in your favor. It is a state of consciousness, a shift in your very being that aligns you with the creative power of the universe. It is about recognizing that wealth, in its truest essence, is not something to be acquired but a stake to be assumed. Let us delve deeper into this profound truth. Your outer world, every experience you have, every circumstance you encounter, is nothing more than a reflection of your inner world, your consciousness. It is a mirror faithfully reflecting back to you the sum total of your beliefs, assumptions, and most importantly, your concept of self. When you understand this, truly understand it, you realize that by carefully choosing and vividly imagining yourself as already rich, you are actively creating a new reality that will unfold in your experience. This understanding is crucial, for it shifts the entire paradigm of how you approach wealth. No longer are you a helpless being at the mercy of external circumstances, hoping for favorable conditions to bring you riches. You become the active creator of your reality, knowing that as you assume the state of being rich, the universe must rearrange itself to match this new inner assumption. But how, you may ask, can one truly assume the state of being rich when their current circumstances may suggest otherwise? The answer lies in the creative power of your wonderful human imagination combined with the intensity of your feeling and belief. For your imagination is not a mere fantasy maker, and your feelings are not mere reactions to external stimuli. Together, they form the very workshop in which reality is forged. Let us take a moment to truly understand this. Your subconscious mind, which is one with the universal creative force, does not distinguish between what you vividly imagine and feel as true and what you actually experience in the outer world. It accepts as true whatever you feel to be true in your imaginal acts. And once it accepts an idea as true, it proceeds to bring it into manifestation in your physical reality, regardless of how long it takes in clock time. So, when you see this message and accept it as true, when you fall asleep in the absolute conviction that you are already rich, you are not engaging in wishful thinking or self-deception. You are actively creating your new reality from within. You are aligning yourself with the creative power of the universe, allowing it to work through you and for you. This, my dear listeners, is the essence of why seeing this message means you are going to be rich. It is about recognizing that the power to shape your reality lies within you, waiting to be expressed through your conscious imaginal acts. It is about understanding that your outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner conversations and assumptions, which can be radically altered by assuming the state of wealth. Consider the biblical phrase, "To him that hath, more shall be given." This is not a mere statement about material possessions. It is a profound truth about the nature of consciousness. When you assume the state of wealth, when you feel its reality with every fiber of your being, you are him that hath in consciousness. And to this state, more must be given, for it is the law of your own being. But let me be clear, assuming the state of wealth is not about false visualizations or strained affirmations. It is about a total immersion in the feeling of being rich. When you truly embody this practice, you naturally assume the thoughts, feelings, and inner conversations of a wealthy person. You go to sleep not as the person bound by financial limitations, but as the person who lives in a state of infinite abundance. Let us explore this further with an example. Imagine a person who sees this message and decides to take it to heart. Their outer reality may show limited funds and mounting bills, but instead of focusing on these appearances, they choose to act from the assumption that they are already rich. As they lie in bed, they immerse themselves in the feeling of financial freedom. They feel the security, the ease, the joy of having more than enough. They allow this feeling to permeate every cell of their being. They fall asleep in this state, carrying it into their dreams. When they awaken, something has shifted. They may not see immediate external changes in their financial situation, but internally they are no longer the same person. They have experienced the reality of wealth, and this new self-concept begins to reshape their outer world. In the days and weeks that follow, they find themselves naturally acting with more confidence in financial matters. They approach money decisions from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. They notice opportunities they would have previously overlooked. And as they continue to live from this state of wealth, their outer world begins to reflect this new inner reality. New financial opportunities arise. Unexpected sources of income appear. Their entire financial situation begins to transform, all stemming from the simple act of seeing this message and assuming the state of wealth. This principle applies to every aspect of your life. Whether you desire wealth in terms of money, relationships, health, or any other area, the key is to first assume the state of wealth in your imagination. Feel the reality of being rich in all areas of your life. Fall asleep in that state, knowing that as you do so, you are planting a seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind that must grow into your outer reality. Now I can hear some of you thinking, but Nabel can simply seeing this message and assuming I'm rich really makes such a difference. Surely we must take action in the physical world to create wealth. And to this I say, action is indeed part of the process, but it is secondary to the state of consciousness you assume. When you live from the state of being rich, you align yourself with the frequency of wealth. From this aligned state, you will be naturally inspired to take the right actions that support your new reality of abundance. Remember, the outer world is dead. It has no life of its own. It is your consciousness that gives life to your experiences. When you focus on your current financial limitations, constantly reacting to circumstances of lack, you are breathing life into a reality of scarcity. But when you see this message and assume the state of wealth, when you live from this state in your imagination, you set in motion a series of events that must culminate in the outer expression of this new inner reality. This, my dear friends, is the true secret to creating lasting wealth in your life. It is about aligning your inner conversations and imaginal acts with the state of wealth, recognizing that this wealthy reality is seeking expression through you and allowing it to flow into your experience through the power of your imagination and unwavering belief. But let me warn you, this shift in consciousness, this practice of living from the state of wealth, is not always an easy task. The old habits of scarcity thinking, of focusing on lack and limitation, are deeply ingrained in our collective consciousness. As you embark on this new way of being, you may find resistance arising within you. Doubts may creep in. Old thought patterns may try to reassert themselves. When this happens, do not fight against these thoughts and feelings. Simply observe them, acknowledge them, and then gently return to your state of wealth. For the war is not won by battling against what you don't want, but by persistently embodying what you do want. This persistence, this unwavering commitment to maintaining the state of wealth in your imagination, even in the face of contrary evidence, is what allows you to truly transform your reality. Think of it like tuning a radio. When you're trying to listen to a particular station, you don't focus on eliminating all the other stations. You simply tune into the frequency you desire. In the same way, you don't need to fight against your current financial reality or forcefully push away thoughts of lack. You simply need to tune yourself to the frequency of wealth to align your entire consciousness with the reality where you are already rich. This tuning is done through your imagination and your ability to generate feeling states. Your imagination is the dial that allows you to tune into different frequencies of experience. As you use your imagination to fully embody the state of wealth, as you feel the reality of being rich, you are tuning yourself to that frequency, allowing the corresponding experiences to flow into your life. But remember, my friends, this is not a one-time event. Living from the state of wealth is a way of life. It's a constant choice to maintain this state of consciousness, regardless of appearances, just as you wouldn't expect to stay in shape by exercising once. You cannot expect to create lasting wealth by assuming the state once. This is about persistently assuming the state of wealth, about living from this consciousness day in and day out, until it becomes your new normal. As you do this, you will find that your perception of wealth begins to shift. What once seemed like financial obstacles now appear as opportunities. Challenges become stepping stones to greater prosperity. You begin to see yourself as the wealthy being you truly are, knowing that your consciousness is constantly shaping your reality. Now, some of you may be wondering, but Wayne, how can I maintain this state of wealth when my current financial reality seems to contradict it? How can I persist in feeling rich when circumstances seem to suggest otherwise? And to this I say, your imagination infused with feeling is more powerful than any circumstance. Consider for a moment, have you ever been deeply moved by a story of wealth and success, whether in a book or a movie? In those moments, were you not feeling real emotions based on imaginary events? Your feelings were real, even though the events were not happening in your physical reality. This is the power you must harness when you live from the state of wealth. You must use your imagination to create scenarios that evoke the feelings associated with wealth. Imagine how you would feel if you were truly rich in all areas of your life. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the sense of security and freedom that would come with this reality. Feel these states as vividly and as consistently as you can. The key is to make your imaginal acts as real to you as possible. Engage all your senses. Feel the textures associated with wealth. Hear the sounds of abundance surrounding you. See the world through the eyes of someone who lives in a state of infinite plenty. Make it so real that your rational mind cannot distinguish between this imaginal act and physical reality. But here's a crucial point, my friends. The goal is not to imagine specific amounts of money or material possessions. The goal is to capture the essence of the feeling state associated with wealth. For it is this feeling state that is the true attractor of your experiences. Let me illustrate this with an example. Instead of imagining a specific sum of money in your bank account, capture the feeling essence of financial abundance. Feel the security, the freedom, the joy that comes with this state. See yourself moving through life with the ease and confidence of someone who knows that their supply is infinite and eternal. By focusing on the feeling essence rather than specific outcomes, you allow the universe to bring wealth to you in ways that might far exceed your specific imaginings. You open yourself to possibilities beyond what your current mindset can conceive. This is the true art of living from the state of wealth. It's not about pretending to have material possessions you don't yet have. It's about aligning yourself with the truth of your divine nature, your oneness with the creative power of the universe. It's about living each day from the state of infinite abundance, regardless of outer appearances. As you practice this, you may find that your outer world begins to shift in subtle ways. Perhaps you start to notice more abundance in your life, or you find yourself naturally attracting generous people and favorable financial circumstances, or opportunities for increase seem to appear out of nowhere. These are all signs that your inner shift is creating ripples in your outer reality. Don't discount these small changes. Celebrate them. See them as confirmation that the law is working, that your assumed state of wealth is taking root. But don't become attached to them or anxiously look for them. Simply acknowledge them with gratitude and continue to live from your state of wealth. As you persist in this practice, larger changes will begin to manifest. You may find yourself attracting more financial opportunities. You may notice that your income begins to increase. You may experience unexpected windfalls or brilliant ideas for creating wealth. And as you continue to live from the state of wealth, you'll discover that life becomes an exciting adventure of ever-expanding prosperity. But remember, the outer manifestation is not the goal. The goal is the state of consciousness from which all desired experiences naturally flow. This is a crucial point, my friends. When you're truly living from the state of wealth, when you're fully embodying this consciousness, you no longer need circumstances to confirm your state. You're already whole, already complete in your knowing that wealth is your natural state. And paradoxically, it's in this state of inner fulfillment that you're most likely to experience a life of true abundance. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Wayne, what about action? Don't we need to do things in the physical world to create wealth? And to this I say, yes, action is part of the process. But it's inspired action, not anxious doing. When you're consistently living from the state of wealth, ideas and opportunities will naturally present themselves to you. You'll feel inspired to take certain actions, to move in certain directions. These actions won't feel like struggle or effort. They'll feel natural, joyful, almost effortless. This is the difference between trying to make wealth happen and allowing it to happen. When you're trying to force wealth, actions feel stressful, born out of fear and lack. When you're living from the consciousness of wealth, actions flow naturally from your aligned state, guided by an inner wisdom that knows exactly how to bring about the manifestation of your wealthy reality. Consider the example of a fruit tree. A fruit tree doesn't strain to produce fruit. It doesn't force itself to grow. It simply unfolds naturally, expressing its innate abundance. You, my dear listeners, are no different. When you align yourself with the consciousness of wealth, you allow your life to unfold naturally and beautifully, expressing the infinite plenty that is your birthright. But let me be clear, this state of allowing is not passive. It requires an active use of your imagination, a deliberate and focused embodiment of the state of wealth. It requires faith. Not blind faith in external circumstances, but faith in the creative power of your consciousness and your ability to create wealth through your assumed state. This faith is not about believing that wealth will come someday in the future. It's about knowing that you are wealthy now in this very moment, and that your outer world must inevitably conform to this new inner reality. As we cultivate this faith, as you persist in living from the state of wealth, you'll begin to see evidence of wealth manifesting in your outer world. These signs may start small: an unexpected financial gain, a fortunate business opportunity, a sudden idea for creating wealth. Do not discount these signs, no matter how small they may seem, for they are confirmation that your inner world, shaped by your assumed state of wealth, is indeed shaping your outer reality. They are breadcrumbs leading you to the full realization of the wealthy life you are creating. As we near the conclusion of our discussion, I want to address a common concern that arises when people first encounter this teaching. Many worry that living from the state of wealth might somehow make them selfish or disconnected from the needs of others. But I assure you, my friends, the opposite is true. When you truly understand the principle of wealth, you realize that you are not separate from others. As you elevate your own consciousness by assuming a state of wealth, you are elevating the consciousness of all. Your personal wealth, far from disconnecting you from others, actually expands the field of possibilities for all. Moreover, when you are coming from a place of true wealth, you naturally have more to give to others. You become a channel through which abundance flows, not just to you, but through you to the world. Your wealth creates a ripple effect, touching the lives of everyone you encounter with your newfound energy, generosity, and sense of infinite possibility. This is the true gift of living from the state of wealth. It's not just about improving your individual financial circumstances, although that will happen. It's about aligning yourself with the fundamental nature of the universe, which is boundless plenty. It's about recognizing your own divine nature and allowing it to express itself fully through you. In this state of alignment, of consistently living from the state of wealth, you become a channel for the most beautiful expressions of life. Ideas flow to you effortlessly. Opportunities present themselves naturally. The right people and circumstances appear in your life at the perfect time. This is the magic of living from the consciousness of wealth. But remember, this magic is not something external to you. It's not some cosmic force that you need to appease or manipulate. It is the natural expression of your own consciousness when it's aligned with the truth of your being. You are the wealth. You are the abundance. You are the one who makes the impossible possible through your assumed state of infinite plenty. As we draw our time together to a close, I want to leave you with a final thought. The principle we've explored tonight, if you are seeing this, you are going to be rich, is not just a technique for creating better financial circumstances. It's about recognizing your true nature as a divine creative being. It's about aligning your entire being with the fundamental truth of who you are and allowing your grandest expression to flow through you. When you live from this understanding, everything changes. The world becomes a friendly place filled with infinite possibilities for wealth and abundance. You no longer see yourself as a small, separate being struggling to acquire riches. Instead, you recognize yourself as the source of all wealth, the creator of your own abundant reality. In this state, there's no need to feel reality. In this state, there's no need to feel lack or scarcity, for you understand that you are the source of all creation in your experience. Your job is simply to maintain the consciousness of wealth, to live from this awareness, and to allow the universe to erase the details of its manifestation. So, my dear friends, as you leave here tonight, I urge you to embrace this principle with all your heart. Don't see it as a technique to be applied occasionally, but as a way of life to be lived continuously. Use your mighty imagination to assume the state of being rich. Feel the naturalness of being the wealthy, divine being you truly are. Live from this state, persist in this knowing, and watch as your world rearranges itself to match your inner vision of abundance. Remember, you are not a limited being struggling to acquire wealth. You are the infinite consciousness choosing to experience abundance from this particular vantage point. Your assumed state is the tool through which you shape your experience. Use it wisely with the awareness of your true nature and the responsibility that comes with it. Go forth and create the abundantly wealthy life that is your birthright, knowing that with each moment you live for the state of wealth, you are aligning more fully with the truth of your divine, limitless nature. Thank you, and may you live in the constant awareness of the infinite wealth that you are. Your wait is over and God's plan is unfolding before your very eyes. You have long anticipated this moment, felt the heaviness of waiting, and perhaps even doubted if the promises made to you would ever come to fruition. But here's the truth. You were always meant to wait, for in the waiting the seeds of your destiny were being planted. God, in His infinite wisdom, operates in perfect timing. Your thoughts, your words, and your actions have created a magnetic force that draws to you everything that is necessary for your growth and manifestation. You see, you are not simply a passive observer in this unfolding. You are the co-creator of your own reality. The desire you hold in your heart, that longing for fulfillment, is not a mere wish. It is a divine signal, a reflection of what is already yours, waiting to be claimed. The thoughts you think today are the case that unlock the doors. Understand this. The delay you felt was not a denial. It was preparation. In this time, you were being shaped and molded into the person who could receive the blessings that were always intended for you. You are now ready for. You have been refined through patience, and you have grown stronger with each challenge faced. God's plan unfolds not in the way you expect, but in the way that aligns with your highest good. And while the path may seem unclear at times, trust that every step you take, whether you understand it or not, is taking you closer to your divine destiny. The universe does not operate on your timetable, but on the perfect rhythm of divine timing. As the fog lifts and the vision becomes clear, you will see that everything has been orchestrated to bring you exactly what you need when you need it. You are no longer waiting in vain. You are stepping into your birthright. Your desires are coming to you because they are a reflection of who you are becoming. And who you are becoming is aligned with the truth of who you are in the eyes of God. Know this: the journey, the waiting, the preparation were all steps in your personal transformation. The version of you that stands here today is not the same person who began this journey have evolved. You have. And now, as the fullness of God's plan unfolds, you step into the life that you have always known was meant for you. It is not a dream far off in the distance. It is right here, right now, unfolding before your eyes. What you have waited for is no longer in the future. It is here in the present moment, made manifest by your own belief and unwavering trust in the process. The seeds that were planted have now grown into the magnificent life that is yours. Everything is aligning perfectly just as it was. Be so. Do not look back. Do not second guess the process. Everything that is happening for you, and everything that is meant for you is already on its way. You have trusted, and now you are walking into the divine unfolding of God's perfect plan. Your time is now. Your wait is over, and God's plan is unfolding before your very eyes. You have carried your desires, hopes, and dreams for so long, and yet it seemed as though time stretched on without any sign of movement, as though your prayers had gone unheard. But now, in this very moment, you are standing on the precipice of everything that you have believed, for everything that has been promised to you is about to manifest in ways that you could never have fully imagined, because the divine has its own perfect timing, its own flawless rhythm that can be rushed or hurried. You see, the delay you felt was never a rejection, but a process that was shaping and preparing you for the life you were about to step into. As human beings, we often become impatient when the desires of our heart seem so distant. Yet in the quiet moments in the time of waiting, we are being attuned to a frequency of divine alignment. This waiting is not in. It is a necessary part of your transformation, of your evolution into the person who is capable of receiving the blessings that have always been meant for you. What you must understand is that your desires are not merely wishes or fleeting thoughts. They are part of the divine order, a reflection of the infinite potential that exists within you. God's plan, though unseen, has always been at work in your life, and has been unfolding in ways you could never have imagined. While you may have looked around and seen others achieve what you longed for, while you may have questioned why your moment hadn't yet arrived, understand this: your journey is uniquely. The universe does not measure time in the way that you do, and the perfect timing for you to step into your destiny may differ from the timing of others. But that does not diminish the fact that your time is now. In the waiting, you have been prepared for this very moment in the quiet, in the silence, in the stillness. You have been reshaped and remade. The divine timing that governs the unfolding of your life does not operate on the linear constraints of time that you are familiar with. You are being drawn into a higher realm of awareness where your inner knowing is aligned with God's will and everything is being orchestrated to perfection. What may have seemed like silence, what may have felt like the absence of movement, was actually the most powerful force at work within you and around you. Thought, every emotion, every step you took during this time of waiting was an integral part of the divine preparation that was occurring. As you moved through this period of seeming stagnation, you were not stagnant at all. No, you were being prepared for the greatness that was waiting for you. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your inner state were being fine-tuned to match the frequency of what you are now ready to receive. You have shed old layers. You have released old patterns, and you have allowed yourself to grow the person you were when you first began. This journey is not the same as the person who stands before the manifestation of your dream. You have become stronger, more resilient, more capable of receiving the fullness of your blessings. This waiting period was not a sign of a lack of movement, but rather a time of great inner movement. The universe was shifting things behind the scenes, rearranging circumstances, and preparing the right people, the right opportunities, the right moments, all to align perfectly with the person are becoming. It is in the waiting that you have built the foundation upon which your dreams will stand. If you have become more than ready for what is about to unfold, God's plan for you has always been in motion. The divine knew what was coming for you long before you ever imagined it. Everything you have gone through, every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt was all a part of the journey that was necessary to bring you to this point. The challenges you faced were not meant to break you. They were meant to strengthen you. They were meant to show you that you are capable of overcoming anything. And through them, you have grown into a person who is now worthy of the blessings that are about to pour your life. The universe does not reward weakness, but it honors strength, perseverance, and faith. Your desires are not mere fantasies. They are the divine expression of your highest self, and they are already on their way to you. The energy that you have put into your dreams, the thoughts that you have held in your mind, the belief that you have cultivated in your, have all been magnetic forces drawing your desires towards. And now you are in alignment with the divine. You have risen to a frequency where what you desire is now ready to manifest. Your wait was not a delay in the sense that May thought it was the perfect incubation period, the necessary gestation time that ensured you were fully prepared for everything that is now arriving. As you stand here today in this very moment, you must recognize that your desires are no longer just dreams. They are your reality. You may not see all the details yet, but trust that everything you need to step into the fullness of your life is already in motion. The right people are coming into life, the right opportunities are presenting themselves, and everything is aligning perfectly according to God's divine timing. Job now is to hold fast to your belief and trust in the unfolding of the plan. In moments, doubt or impatience, return to the truth that everything is working in your favor. The divine timing of your life does not to be rushed. It does not need to be pushed. It is unfolding exactly as it should. You have done the work, you have believed, you have trusted. And now everything you have asked for is coming to you in ways that are more wonderful than you could have imagined. God is not a God of. He is a God of perfect timing, and everything that you have been waiting for is now within your reach. You are now stepping into the fullness of your divine inheritance. What was once a dream is now becoming your reality. It is your time to experience the fruits of your labor, to experience the rewards of your faith, and to witness the manifestation of your desires. You may not know exactly how it will all unfold, but you must trust in the process, that it is unfolding in the most perfect way. Your desires are no longer far off in the future. Here they are now, and they are unfolding before your eyes in ways that will surprise you. Job is to continue to hold fast to your belief, to continue to trust in the divine order, and to remain open to the miracles that are about to come into your life. God has never left you alone in this journey. He has been with you every step of the way, guiding, protecting, and preparing you for this very moment. And now His plan for you is unfolding in ways that are beyond your understanding. What you once thought was impossible is now becoming possible. What you once thought was a distant dream is now your present reality. You are no longer. You are stepping into the life that you have always known was meant for you. The universe is ready to deliver. Doors are opening, and you are walking through them. The time for waiting is over. Time for receiving is now. Your desires are here, and God's plan is unfolding perfectly before your eyes. As you stand in this moment, filled with anticipation and excitement, it is essential that you fully understand the magnitude of what is happening. Your wait has not been in vain, and God's plan has been at work every step of the way, silently, steadily, and powerfully. While it may have felt like a season of silence, this period was filled with subtle shifts that were preparing you for the life you were about to step into. You have spent so much of your time looking for external signs, wondering when it would happen. when your desires would materialize. But what you must realize is that it has always been unfolding. It has been unfolding with you within your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions. Every single moment has led you to this point. And now, as the pieces of your divine destiny begin to fall into place, you will begin to see that your waiting was the foundation for everything that is about to unfold. This is the divine rhythm at work in your life. Perfect timing beyond human understanding. You may have questioned the delays, the obstacles, the waiting period, but those very things were necessary to shape you into the person who could truly step into what God has prepared for you. You have been equipped, refined, and strengthened. What you are about to receive is not just a reward, it is the divine manifestation of everything you have been aligning yourself with all along. You have planted the seeds, and now the harvest is ready. The waiting period has taught you valuable lessons. It has taught you the power of patience, the strength that comes with trusting in a process that you could not yet see. In the quiet moments when doubt crept in, you held on to hope in the darkness. When things seemed uncertain, you trusted in the light. Every moment of uncertainty was actually a moment of. You were being prepared for this moment of revelation when the truth of what you've always known becomes clear. Your time has come. You must remember everything in life operates according to divine. What you focus on expands, what you believe to be true manifests. And now your beliefs are aligning with the truth that everything you have asked for is coming to you. The universe works with you, not against you, and every prayer you have uttered, every vision you have held in your heart has been answered. It is only now that the answer is beginning to materialize in ways that will astound you. What you have waited for is not just the result of your own efforts, but the result of divine orchestration. Things have been moving in your favor, even when you couldn't see it, even when it felt like nothing was happening. You were being prepared for what was always yours. And now, as you stand on the threshold, it is time to embrace what is about to unfold. It is time to step into the realization of your deepest desires. The universe works through you. You are an instrument of divine. Your thoughts, your feelings, your intentions are magnetic forces that attract the energy of the universe. Every moment of your waiting, every moment of faith and patience was magnetizing the right experiences, the right people, the right opportunities, all to you. The universe does not operate in chaos, but in perfect order, a grand design that aligns everything perfectly at the right time. This is why, when things seemed uncertain, they were moving according to a plan far greater than. You're understanding now that your wait is over. It is important to understand that this moment is not a fluke or a coincidence. This is the result of your inner work, your consistency, your faith in the unseen. You have already prepared yourself for the next chapter of your life, and you are now fully capable of receiving what has been held back until now. Your desires are no longer distant dreams. They are tangible realities that are unfolding with each passing. The doors that once seemed locked are now wide open, and all you have to do is walk through them. In every chapter of your life, there are moments where things may seem still, where progress appears slow. But this stillness is a sign of. It is the quiet before the storm of blessings, and when those blessings come, they will come in waves, sweeping over you in ways you have not yet fully imagined. You have been through trials, and through those trials, you have built resilience. You have been through heartbreak, and from that heartbreak, you have found your strength. You have faced setbacks, and from those setbacks, you have discovered a well of untapped potential. Of these experiences have worked together, molding you into the person you are today. A person who is now capable of receiving the abundance that is about to flow into your life. It is essential that you understand that the moment you have been waiting for is not just about the manifestation of circumstances. It is about the shift that has taken place within you. Your mind has been transformed. Your spirit has been aligned with the divine, and now you are in perfect alignment with the blessings that are being released into your life. The external world must always reflect the inner. And now that your inner state is in harmony with divine plan, your external world must follow suit. But remember, it is not enough to simply wait. It is not enough to sit passively and expect things to happen. You must take action in alignment with what you are manifesting. Must act as if what you desire is already yours. When you move with the belief that everything you need is already on its way, you create an energy of openness, of readiness. This is how you begin to step into the life that has always been intended for you. It is time to release all doubts, to let go of all fears, and to step boldly into the fullness of what God has prepared for you. You are not just stepping into a life of abundance. You are stepping into your divine destiny. You are becoming who you were always meant to be. And in doing so, you will witness the unfolding of blessings that will surpass your wildest expectations as you move forward. Remember that the journey is never about perfection. It is about trust. Trust in the timing of God. Trust in the process, and trust that everything you desire is already on its way to you. There will be moments of uncertainty, but in those moments, remind yourself of the truth that your waiting was never in vain. You have already done the work. You have already shown the universe that you are ready, and now everything you have been waiting for is ready to meet you where you are. The divine timing at play in your life is far greater than any human understanding comprehend. And while you may have questioned why things took so long, why the desires of your heart seem just out of reach, understand this. What is meant for, you will always come to. And now, as the veil lifts and the path ahead becomes clear, you will see that it was always unfolding. The wait was never about lack. It was about preparation, and now that preparation has brought you to the threshold of your greatness. Your desires are no longer a distant dream. They are your reality unfolding right before your eyes. Everything that you have hoped for, prayed for, and worked toward is coming into fruition. The time is now. The universe is aligning with your desires. God's plan is unfolding perfectly, and you are right where you need to be. This is your moment. The wait is over, and everything you have longed for is about to be. Manifest your faith. Your patience and your perseverance have brought you here, and now as God's plan unfolds in your life, embrace the blessings that are already on their way. Forward with confidence, with joy and with gratitude. The life you've always dreamed of is now your reality. As you stand at this moment, feeling the anticipation of everything about to unfold, there is a deep sense of peace within you. You have always known that your desires were meant for you, that everything you have longed for would eventually make its way into your life. The time you spent in the waiting room, the moments of uncertainty, all of those experiences, where? They were the quiet preparations that allowed you to grow, to strengthen, to align yourself with the greatness that was waiting for you. You may not have seen the full picture before, but now as you stand on the brink of receiving the fruits of your labor, it becomes clear that your waiting was never a waste. Every moment, every step, every thought, every prayer you uttered was a part of this plan unfolding. God's timing is perfect. And what may have seemed like a delay was actually a time of deep. The world around you may have appeared still, but within you things were shifting, were being prepared to handle the fullness of what was coming your way. The universe was moving all things into place, aligning people, events and opportunities to create the perfect conditions for your desires to manifest. What you need to understand now is that the time for waiting is over. Your moment is here. As you look back at the journey that brought you to this point, realize that each experience, no matter how challenging or joyful, was necessary. Every setback, every disappointment, every moment of doubt they were all part of the divine process. Through them you gain wisdom, patience, and faith. These qualities are now a part of you, and they will guide you as you step forward into your new life. You have learned to trust in a power greater than yourself, to lean on faith, even when things seemed uncertain. And now, as the fruits of your labor begin to manifest, you will see that nothing was ever wasted. Every step, every action, every thought that aligned with your purpose brought you closer to this moment. It was all part of God's grand plan for. Even in the most difficult moments, the unseen hand of destiny was guiding you, shaping you, preparing you for the blessings that are now unfolding. It is important to recognize that your waiting has also been about transformation. The person you were at the start of this journey is not the person you are today. Through the challenges you faced, you were forged into a stronger, wiser, more resilient being. Your faith is. Your belief in yourself has grown. And now you stand in the fullness of who you are. And to be your desires are no longer distant dreams. They are now the reality that is unfolding before you. You may wonder how this shift happens, how old the pieces of your life suddenly begin to fall into place. The answer lies within the law of attraction and the power of your own thoughts and beliefs. Every moment that you spend focusing on your desires, trusting that they would come to you, was actively working to bring them into your experience. The universe is not a passive entity. It is constantly responding to the vibration you send out when you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your desires. You activate a powerful force that draws everything into your life that is in harmony with your vision. This is why your waiting period was not a time of idleness, but rather a time of preparation. It was during this time that you were honing your ability to visualize, to feel the emotions of already having what you desire. You are practicing faith, practicing gratitude, and trusting that everything was working out for your good, even when the evidence was not yet visible. And now, as the manifestations of your desires begin to unfold, you will see that all the work you did in the unseen realm has now materialized in the physical world. This is how the universe operates through your belief, your faith, and your ability to hold the vision of what you desire in your mind and heart. Everything is created first in the mind before it can be seen in the physical world. And so as you held that vision, as you believed in the promise of your dreams, the universe began to align with that vision. The people, the resources, the opportunities, everything began to move in your favor. Wait, the silence, the stillness. It was all part of the unfolding of this divine plan. You must trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even when things seemed unclear, even when you felt uncertain, you were still on the path that was meant for you. The journey is never linear. There are twists and turns, pauses and detours, but every step is leading you closer to your destination. You are exactly where you need to be. Right now, and everything that has happened so far has been preparing you for this very moment as the manifestation of your desires begins to unfold. You may feel overwhelmed, excited, or even unsure of how to proceed. This is normal. When we finally receive what we've been waiting for, it can feel like a flood of emotions, a whirlwind of new possibilities. But remember, this is exactly what you've been praying for. Now that it's here, you must embrace it fully. You must receive it with gratitude, knowing that it is your birthright to experience the abundance and blessings that are now flowing into your life. Now more than ever, it is important to keep your focus clear. You must continue to align yourself with the energy of your desires. This is not the time to doubt or second guess. It is the time to act as if you already have what you desire. Feel the joy, the excitement, the fulfillment of your desires already being yours. When you align yourself with the feeling of having already received, you create a powerful force of magnetism that attracts even more blessings into your life. Understand that this is just the beginning. The universe is always expanding, always creating, always bringing more to you as you step into the life you've been waiting for. Know that more is on its way. This is the nature of divine abundance. It never runs out. It is infinite, always flowing always. And now that you have opened yourself to receive, you will find that the blessings will continue to pour in. So as you step forward, as you embrace the unfolding of your divine plan, remember that your waiting was not in vain. It was a process of alignment, of becoming the person who could receive all that you have asked for. Your faith, your patience, your belief in what you could not yet. All of these were the tools that allowed you to align with the divine flow of abundance. Now that you are in alignment, now that you have opened yourself to receive, there is nothing standing in your. Everything you have desired is on its way to you, and the only thing left to do is to step into it fully, to embrace it with open arms, and to know with certainty that your time has come. Your waiting has. The divine plan is now unfolding in your life, and it is more beautiful and abundant than you ever imagined. Take a deep. Feel the excitement rising within you, and know that you are walking into the life that was always meant for you. Your desires are no longer a distant dream. They are your reality now. Embrace, welcome it, and step boldly into this new chapter of your life. The universe is ready to meet you where you are as you take your first steps into this new phase of your life. It is important to remember that every part of this journey was part of your divine design. Nothing that you have experienced up until now has been by chance. Every trial, every test, every moment of feeling as though you were standing in the dark, waiting for something to happen. These were the essential moments that shaped your soul, refined your character, and brought you to the precise point in time where you now stand. This moment is not just a random occurrence. It is the culmination of your faith, your persistence, and your unwavering belief that the best is yet to come. Throughout your journey, you may have questioned why things took so long, why it felt like you were always just one step away from your dreams, but never fully realizing them. It was in those moments of frustration that you were actually learning the most valuable lessons. You were learning to trust, to believe when belief seemed impossible, to have faith. Even when the world around you appeared to be in chaos, your mind was being prepared to hold the greater good, to hold the abundance that is now coming into your life. Many people go through life believing that if something hasn't manifested by a certain time, it may never come. They see time as the enemy, as a limit that confines their dreams and desires. But time is not your enemy, is your ally. Time is the vehicle that carries your dreams from the unseen world into the physical. It is through time that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are woven together to create the experiences you desire. The waiting period was never a waste. It was the essential preparation for what was to come in those moments when you felt like giving up, when you questioned if it would ever happen. You were being shaped in ways that you may not have been able to understand at the time. The strength you have now, the courage, the clarity of vision. Qualities were cultivated during those times of waiting. You were not just waiting for things to happen. You were becoming the person who was ready to receive them. The delay was never a denial. It was the divine unfolding, a process of aligning your inner state with the outer manifestation of your desires. Now, as the manifestation of your dreams begins to materialize, you will see that it was all worth it. You may have doubted yourself, your dreams, or the process at times, but now you can look back and see that everything was moving in right direction, even when you couldn't see. The universe was always working behind the scenes, moving things into place. You're always being guided, always being directed toward your highest good. The doubts, the frustrations, the questions were simply signs that your faith was being tested. And with each test you became stronger, more resilient, more aligned with the flow of abundance. When you look back on your waiting period, you will see that it was more than just a time of anticipation. It was a time of transformation. Your thoughts were shifting, your beliefs were evolving, and you were learning to trust in the unseen forces that were guiding you. This is the magic of the universe. It doesn't require your understanding of how everything works. All it asks of you is that you believe, that you trust, and that you remain open to the unfolding of your dreams. The key now is to remain in this state of trust as you begin to witness the manifestation of your desires. You must hold your focus. Do not allow doubt or fear to creep. The moment you begin to second-guess the process, you begin to slow down the very momentum that has already started. The universe responds to your vibration, and if you continue to align with the energy of your desires, they will continue to flow toward you. Key is to hold the vision of your desires with a sense of calm and certainty. Knowing that everything is happening in perfect timing, you see the divine timing at play in your life is always unfolding for your highest good. Every moment, every event, every interaction is part of the plan to bring you to this very moment. Your waiting was not for nothing. It was the process of aligning you with the divine flow of abundance that is now pouring into your life. The wait is over, but the unfolding has just begun. Your dreams are coming to fruition, and with each passing moment, you will see more and more of the picture. You may be tempted to rush to push things forward, but trust in the divine flow. Everything is happening at the perfect pace. There is no need to rush or worry. The universe has already begun the work of bringing everything into alignment. Your job is to remain in a state of gratitude, to continue to focus on the feeling of having already received your desires, and to trust that they are already on their way. There is a power within you that has been quietly working throughout this entire process, even when you didn't realize it. This power is the power of belief, the power of your thoughts and emotions to shape your reality. When you held the vision of what you wanted, when you spoke those words of faith, when you believed in the impossible, you activated this power. And now, power is in full swing, bringing everything you've asked for into your life. It's important to recognize that the universe is constantly responding to you. It is a mirror reflecting your thoughts, your beliefs, and your emotions. What you focus on expands. What you believe to be true becomes your reality. And now that you are in alignment with your desires, you will find that things begin to manifest at an accelerated rate. Opportunities will arise that you hadn't even considered. People will show up who will support your journey, and doors will open that you never imagined were there. You must also remember that this is just the beginning. Your dreams are not just a destination. They are a stepping stone to even greater things as you embrace the life that is unfolding. Know that the universe is always expanding, always providing, always giving. The abundance you are experiencing now is only the beginning of an even greater flow of blessings as you continue to walk in alignment with your purpose. The universe will continue to deliver more and more to you. So what you need to do now is simple. Trust in the process. Trust that your desires are already yours. Trust that the universe is working on your behalf even when you can't see all the moving pieces. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be and that everything is unfolding. The wait is over. The time for action is now, but your job is not to force things to happen. It is to stay in the flow, to stay in alignment with the truth that everything is already working out for you. The waiting was not about patience alone. It was about growth. You have grown into the person who can now fully receive the blessings that are being poured into your life. You have learned to trust, to believe, and to be patient with the process. And now that the moment has arrived, you must step forward in full faith, knowing that everything you've dreamed of is already on its way. You are ready. You are aligned, and the time has come for you to step into the abundant life that is waiting for you. The manifestation of your desires is not an end, but a new. It is a confirmation that everything you have worked for, everything you have believed in is coming to fruition. It is proof that the universe responds to your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. And now that the manifestations are beginning to appear, you will know that there is more to come. There is no limit to what you can receive as you continue to trust, to believe, and to stay aligned. You will see that this is just the beginning of a beautiful and abundant journey. Your wait is over and your time has come. Step forward in faith and watch as your desires unfold before your eyes. Trust that the universe has heard your prayers, felt your desires, and is now bringing them into your. Everything is in perfect alignment. The divine plan is unfolding. Your dreams are coming true. Now it's time for you to receive the abundant blessings that are yours. You have arrived at the threshold of your divine destiny, and every moment leading up to this has been leading to this very moment. It's almost as if you've been in the dark waiting for the light to break through. Now, at long last, you can see the rays shining, illuminating the path ahead. You may not have always understood the process, but in this very moment you realize that the waiting was not a test of time, but a test of your faith. It was never about the passing of the days, but about the strengthening of your inner knowing, the deepening of your trust in the unseen forces that are always working on your behalf. The feeling you're experiencing right now, this mixture of anticipation, excitement, and wonder, this is the beginning of your new chapter. It's like you've been walking in the wilderness, feeling alone, uncertain, but still holding on to the belief that there was something greater ahead. And now you stand on the brink of something extraordinary. The time is now and the waiting is over. You've been dreaming of. Every desire you have been holding in your heart is finally about to manifest in the physical world. As you reflect on all the challenges and hardships you've faced, it's important to see them. What they truly were, opportunities for growth. Every moment that seemed like a setback, every moment where it felt like you were being held back, was actually preparing you for this moment. Through the person you are now is not the same person you were when you first started this journey, have become stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true. Every difficulty, every challenge has been an opportunity to refine your beliefs, strengthen your resilience, and deepen your trust in the process. Now all of that is paying off. The waiting has created the space for your soul to expand, to prepare for the fullness of the blessings that are about to unfold. The journey you've been on wasn't just about achieving your desires. It was about becoming the person who can fully. You've had to learn to surrender control, to trust the process, and to let go of any resistance you may have had. But as you now step into this new phase, you can see that there was no need to rush. The universe was working at its own pace. Now that the time is right, you are fully prepared to receive everything that is coming your way. You may still feel a sense of disbelief. Can this all be happening now? How is it that things are finally falling into place after all this time? But this is the nature of the divine. Never too late. The universe doesn't operate on human. It operates on divine timing, and what you've been waiting for is exactly what you've been prepared for. The years of waiting, the doubts, the confusion, they were all part of the divine plan to lead you to this very moment. It was all necessary for your growth, for your readiness to receive the abundance and blessings that are about to enter. Life, it's important to acknowledge that the waiting period was not just about the physical manifestation of your desires. It was also about cultivating the mental and emotional state required to hold them. The universe has been preparing you to step into a new version of yourself, one who is capable of holding and receiving the blessings that are on there. You are being called to step into your power, to embrace your divine nature, and to walk forward in full faith, knowing that everything you have been waiting for is now being delivered. Now that you have reached this moment, it's time to take action. The time for waiting is over. But this doesn't mean that you sit back and do. Instead, it means that you step forward with confidence and trust, knowing that the universe is working in your favor. You must continue to hold the vision of your desires, to continue speaking words of faith, and to continue aligning yourself with the vibration of your dreams. This is the time for action. Action rooted in trust, action rooted in belief. Action rooted in the knowing that your desires are already on their way to you. The energy you put out into the world is what will attract your desires into your life. If you continue to vibrate at the frequency of doubt or fear, you will find that your manifestations take longer to materialize. But if you choose to remain aligned with the truth that everything is already happening, everything is already unfolding, you will see that things begin to flow effortlessly towards. You have now entered a time of ease and grace where everything you've been working toward begins to show up in miraculous ways. Remember that the process of manifestation doesn't stop with the initial signs of progress. It continues to unfold layer by layer until your desires are fully realized. The universe will continue to bring people opportunities and circumstances into your life that will further align you with your highest good. It's important to remain open, to stay receptive to the blessings that are coming your way. Universe has no limits, and neither do you. The waiting was just a preparation for the magnitude, the blessings that are about to unfold. As you move forward, be mindful of your thoughts. The mind is a powerful tool, and the more you focus on what you want rather than what you don't want, the quicker you will see your desires come to fruition. When doubt arises, gently shift your thoughts back to the truth that everything you've been waiting for is already on its way. The waiting was necessary to prepare your heart, to prepare your mind, and to prepare your soul for the blessings that are now unfolding before you. And justice, as the universe has been preparing you for this moment, it will continue to prepare you for the next chapter of your journey. This is not a destination. It's a step on an endless path of growth, abundance, and transformation. The more you align yourself with your true purpose, the more you will see your desires unfold in ways that you could never have imagined. Each manifestation is a stepping stone to greater and greater things. As you walk this path, remember that the universe is always working on your behalf. You are always in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. As the manifestations of your desires begin to materialize, know that it's only the beginning. The universe is always expanding, always bringing you new opportunities, new blessings, and new experiences. Journey has only just begun, and the best is yet to come. The waiting is over, but your journey is far from over. Fact is just getting started. So now, as you stand in this moment of transition, step forward with confidence. Know that the universe has heard your prayers, felt your desires, and is now bringing them into your reality. Trust that everything is unfolding as it should, and that your divine plan is in motion. Waiting is over. The time has come for you to embrace all the blessings that are now flowing into your life. The universe is abundant, and so are you. The divine plan has always been unfolding around you, even when you couldn't see it. It has been quietly working behind the scenes, shaping the events of your life, putting all the pieces into place. Your journey has not been random. Every moment, every setback, every leap of faith has had a purpose. You have been on a journey of awakening, one that has. You hear to this very moment of realization. And now, as the fog begins to clear, here you can see that everything has been aligning perfectly all along the way. That you have experienced was never meant to be a punishment or a period of lack. It was a time for refinement. It was a time for your soul to mature, for your consciousness to expand, and for you to become the person who could step into the fullness of your divine purpose. You had to learn to trust, to believe, and to know deep in your heart that what you desired was already on its way. And now you are. Your waiting is over. The promises that have been made are about to be fulfilled as you reflect on the past, on the moments where you felt discouraged or impatient. Remember that those were not times wasted. Every moment of waiting was an essential part of your preparation. The person you are today is not the same as the person you were when you began this journey. You have been shaped, molded, and refined by every experience, every challenge, and every triumph. And now you stand at the threshold of your next chapter, ready to receive the abundance that is coming your way. Way in those moments of doubt, you may have questioned the process. You may have wondered if it was ever going to happen. But now with clarity, you can see that it was always happening. The universe was aligning the perfect people, opportunities, and circumstances at precisely the right time. And now, as you stand on the edge of this great unfolding, you can feel the energy shifting. The waiting is over and the time for manifestation is now. This is the moment you have been preparing for. Everything you have envisioned for your life, everything you have desired is beginning to materialize. May not come all at once, but it is already in motion. The universe is responding to your vibration, to the energy you've been putting out into the world. You have been sending out signals of faith, of belief, and of trust, and now the universe is sending those things back to you in the form of opportunities, blessings, and new beginnings. The waiting has allowed you to become stronger in your faith, stronger in your belief that you are worthy of the blessings that are about to come. You have learned that patience is not about doing nothing. It's about trusting the process and allowing things to unfold naturally. You have become more attuned to the divine timing that governs your life. You have learned to let go of the need to control everything and instead surrender to the flow of life. And now, because you have been in alignment with this flow, everything is coming together. You have experienced moments of uncertainty. Yes, but in those moments you have learned to trust your intuition. You have learned to listen to the whisper of your soul, guiding you toward your purpose. And now as you stand here, ready to step into the fullness of your divine plan, you can feel the excitement of what's to. The waiting has allowed you to develop the faith that the universe is always working for you, not against you. It has been preparing you to step into your power, to step into your abundance, and to fully embrace the life that is waiting for you. You might look around and see others in different stages of their own journeys, and that's okay. Their path is not your path. Your journey is unique, and the timing of your blessings is uniquely yours. The waiting was necessary to prepare you for this moment. You couldn't have received the fullness of what is now coming into your life if you had not taken the time to grow, to trust, and to surrender now. Arms. You are ready to receive, but remember, the unfolding your divine plan doesn't mean that everything will be perfect. There will still be challenges, but these challenges will no longer feel like roadblocks. They will be stepping stones that help you grow even more, that help you refine your vision and your understanding. The universe will continue to expand with you, bringing new experiences, new insights, and new opportunities to help you evolve. Your waiting was never about. It was about evolution. Now as the universe begins to unfold, the blessings that have been waiting for you, you must remain vigilant. You must remain grounded in your faith, in your trust, and your belief that everything is happening as it should. Every manifestation that comes into your life is just a reflection of the work you've done internally. The external world is simply a mirror of your internal world. What you have believed, what you have trusted, and what you have felt is now becoming tangible. Are not just waiting for the blessings. You are becoming the person who deserves them. You have already done the work, and now the universe is delivering. It is important to stay aligned with the energy of. You must remain open and receptive to all that is coming your way. Do not close yourself off out of fear or doubt. Remember that the universe operates on the principle of attraction. If you are in alignment with your desires, they will come to you effortlessly. The waiting is over. And now the time has come to accept what is rightfully. The universe is always conspiring in your favor, always bringing you closer to the fulfillment of your deepest desires. When doubt tries to creep in, when fear tries to shake your faith, remember this. The universe is infinite, and so are you. There are no limits to what you can. There are no limits to the blessings that are available to you. The only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. And now you are ready to break free from those limitations, are ready to expand into the fullness of you are, to embrace the divine plan that is already unfolding before. Your waiting has prepared you for this moment, and now you can step forward with full confidence that your desires are already manifesting. You are not alone in this. The divine is always with you, guiding you, supporting you, and nudging you toward your highest good. The universe is constantly speaking to you, showing you the way and providing you with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. The waiting was a time for you to strengthen your connection with the divine, to build that trust and faith that will carry you through every moment of your life. And now as you step into the fullness of your manifestation, you can feel that divine connection more clearly than ever before. The time of waiting has given you the clarity you needed to see the truth of your divine plan. You are here for a reason. You are not just a passive observer you are an active participant in the unfolding of your destiny. Every thought, every feeling, every action you take is contributing to the manifestation of your desires. The waiting has been part of your process of alignment. Now everything is aligning perfectly for you to step into your greatest good. Your waiting was never in vain. It was the preparation for this moment, for the fulfillment of your heart's deepest desires. The universe has always known when the right time would be for you to receive your blessings. The divine plan has been unfolding all along, and now, as you step into your abundance, you can see that every step, every decision, every moment has been leading you to this perfect time. You are now ready to embrace all that is coming to you. The waiting is over, have already been. As you stand on the precipice of this new beginning, remember that everything you have been through, every moment of waiting, every challenge, every triumph, has led you to this moment. The divine plan that has been unfolding around you is now coming into full bloom, and you are ready to step into the life that you have always dreamed. The waiting was never a time of absence, was a time of preparation, a time for you to grow, to trust, and to align with your highest good. And now, as the universe responds to the energy you've been putting out, your desires are beginning to manifest in tangible ways. And know that you are worthy of all the blessings that are coming your way. Your faith, your patience, and your trust have created the space for miracles to unfold. The divine is always working on your behalf, guiding you, supporting you, and leading you toward your destiny. Your waiting is over, and your time is now. Embrace the unfolding of your divine plan with open arms and a heart full of gratitude. The universe has been waiting for you to realize that everything you need is already within reach. Speech now is the time to step forward, knowing that all the doors you've been waiting for are about to open wide. Trust in the timing, and trust that everything is unfolding perfectly. Are ready.